Hello, my very special friends and family. We are now into Plunderstorm 2025 in World of Warcraft. So I don't know how many times I swore this off last year. I decided to try it again this year. I queued in here. It kind of takes a little bit to get in. You have to have the number of people that they want before they can start it. At this point in time, I had no idea what was going on, but this beginning part is similar to last year. So you can practice, you can go around and see what different things there are doing here. You have a very limited time. Now, this map pops up and I was like, what is this? It is to allow you to select which area of the map that you want to land in, which is different from last year. If you remember last year, I actually have a video of it if you want to see it. You would just get randomly selected to, put anywhere and you would land. If you wanted to go clear across the map, it would take you forever. And usually you would not make it. So that is a change for this year. I personally kind of like it. Okay, so we come in here and I didn't know what to expect. So I'm gonna come in here and remember that the first time you come in here, they give you a quest. And I didn't even look, I just started playing and trying to remember how to play it. I just remembered picking things up and having to push buttons, and this was actually interesting. It looks like there's a lot more mobs to kill around here, which is kind of cool because then you get to do more. Now, I leveled pretty quickly, I thought, but I think it's because I landed on an elite, so that was part of it. But you can see that it feels like there's more plunder at this point too. I thought I just got lucky, and I actually ran this twice in one night, which is not like me at all. But I wanted to see what happens when you do it with the quest and then without. Because after you do it the first time, you get significantly less plunder. But I really wanted to see how much you get for the first time versus the second time, if it's even worth like sticking it out. So as you can see, there's just way more mobs in my opinion than, at least in this area, than in the past. And I didn't do multiple areas. I stuck with the same area just to test out how much difference I got in the plunder, because that's my main goal, right? Is to get as much plunder as possible so I can get my rewards. And I'll show you at the end of the video, there's a place that you can check your rewards. Okay, so after doing the daily quest, immediately after that, I don't know if you saw, it was around 1100 plunder. I've been playing for a little bit longer, and it was only like 2 minutes or something like that before I got the 1100 with that quest. Now, and later I'll show you, it actually took me like 6 or 7 minutes in the second run to get 1100, but this is a really long run for the 2000. I think it is about what I got on this first run. So I don't know if it's worth sticking out once you get to a certain point. Now, obviously there's going to be some kind of calculation in there that somebody will come out with this amount of time for this much plunder or whatever. It used to be last year, it was something like run and do 30 seconds or 50 seconds or whatever it was, and then leave. But that'll probably be different this year because there's so much more. I was kind of exploring and seeing what was around too. That's fun for me. I was not expecting everything to start respawning, the plunder, the mobs, etc. Otherwise, I probably would have stuck to more of a specific area to try it out. I just ran when I saw something and to go get it. So as you can see, like I'm looking at the storm a little bit on the map. You can check that when you're in it. I'm not really worrying about it. I'm just trying to find plunder. And in reality, it's probably better if you find the chests, etc. But I see sparkly stuff. I'm going to go for it. You know what I mean? Plus, like I said, mobs are respawning. Look at that chest just respawned back in the back. And I usually don't use my abilities very well because I'm always scared to be jumped and I want to use them for defending myself. But at the end of this run, I definitely did not use them very well because I couldn't remember how to use them. So practice them when you get them. And then of course I jumped over here too soon. I should have gone closer to the edge, but whatever. And I definitely wasted some of the time in this run that could have been collecting plunder. But the point was that I wasn't expecting, like I said, that everything to be respawning, which is a new thing this year. I think it's excellent that they allow us to be able to just kind of do our own thing. And as long as we don't have somebody chasing us constantly, it'll be fun. There's a couple things that I haven't quite figured out is the camera angles. It makes me a little sick to be running around in circles basically. So I apologize if you're feeling sick from this, because I got to a point where I was like, I need to stop spinning around looking for things. And it's the camera angle just adjusts automatically. I don't think we can adjust that, but if we can, I'll let you know. I love this little horse out here. It's so cute. I don't know how it gets there, honestly. I just saw the horse and jumped on it. I haven't done enough, obviously, to know. I didn't even see it in the second one, I don't think. So I used it just to get away from the edge of the storm. There was something else. I was going to say that if you were like limited on time, you probably don't want to last the whole 12 minutes, whatever I did in this one, because it's, unless you're trying to win. If you're trying to win, then obviously stick it out. If you're just trying to get plunder, at this point, I think I probably should have just jumped ship and gone, but I decided to stick it out and see how much I was going to get. So I was going to cut this or edit it or whatever, but I tried speeding it up and I did not like how fast it was moving around. So I'm going to unfortunately make you suffer to see this whole thing, because it's probably better than suffering for the 30 seconds of watching it or whatever and feeling sick. As you can see, I'm spinning around here. And that's, like I said, one of the problems is that when you use that ability or whatever, it spins you around and it kind of gets you all disoriented. So I started coming back here thinking it was going to respawn, but it didn't see it respawning back there. So I started moving. And of course, storm's coming this way. So let's run. Got to remember all the abilities. I should have used the barrel at one point, but I think I used it later. I haven't seen a lot of people, but it does tell you how many people are left. And of course, every time, so these chests are not respawning, which I'm going to go back and get, because that's, like I said, my main goal is plunder. I don't know the best way of leveling up. That's something that we'll find out over time. I think that there's different strategies for it. Mine is anything that's sparkly I like to go get. So it doesn't matter what strategy it is, I'm going to be getting that. These bigger chests, as they get bigger, they take longer to open, just so you know. So if you're looking for the gold chests and they're big, which is good because you get some plunder in it, it just takes longer to open it up. So be prepared for that. If a storm's coming and you're really close to it, just maybe skip it or chance it, because you can still technically get out of it if you have your barrel or whatever, or some kind of speed boost, I guess. As you can see, the plunder is not a lot each time now that I've already gotten the daily quest completed. So, and you can see that people have died all over the place. There's stuff, that's what all those things on the ground, or people leaving things behind, or they died. So if you see like a big pile of things right in one spot, that's probably somebody died right there. I wasn't paying attention on this particular run, but on the second run, and I'm going to cut that one so you don't see the whole second run, because I just want to show you the end of it. But on the second run, like, people were dying from the storm right and left. So that was definitely their strategy, was quick, get in, do stuff, and then die in the storm. I don't know if that's because of what happened last year or if that's the new strategy again. So we'll see what happens. As you can see, I'm also getting points or activities towards the trading post. I did not actually check to see if it was like updating right away or whatever. I just was focused on plunder. So I should probably mention I was also doing this pretty late at night, so there might have been less people on, and it was day one, which day one, it was delayed because of issues when they were trying to implement it. So they delayed it as they fixed whatever the issues were, and then implemented it, I don't know, a couple hours later. So as you can see, I'm just staying real close to the edge of the storm. That's just my strategy. And if you're going to come in and kill me, I'm going to change that strategy up. So just, I don't know. And you never know where I'm going to be, so don't track me down. And right there, mob respawns right there, which is great. So that is definitely different from last year. Level 9, and then I am so disappointed in myself. I should have tried harder, but someone starts tracking me down here a little bit, and I kind of give up. Well, I don't give up. I just didn't practice my abilities very well. And I'm not very good at this, honestly. I'm scared to use the extra abilities just in case at this point I'm going to get jumped, but I should have practiced them better and looked for upgrades on them. I didn't really see any, but I wasn't really focusing on that. I just wanted to try to remember how to play it, and it was my first run, so we'll see if I get any better. But see, someone starts to attack me, and instead of running like I normally do, I don't even know if I started defending myself or if they grabbed me or what, but I did start trying to defend myself and pushing buttons random. I didn't mean to go after the guy. And then I think I start running here for a bit. Oh my goodness. I remembered about the barrel. I should have just kept running. I think he's chasing me at this point. I think I turn around and see him in a minute. I can't remember. Because after this, I freak out and start pushing the button randomly, trying to get out of it. And then I accidentally go into it again. And then I decided, oh, maybe a second run now would be good anyway. So I can actually get this posted because that's how much I love you guys. I want you to see this immediately. If there's any changes, I'll do another one. But so he gets all my plunder. And see, I'm pushing the button to get out of there. And it says go again. And I'm like, dang it. So I do go a second time. I cut most of it for you. I just wanted to show you. So you saw on the first one how much plunder I got. And you can go back and pause it because I went through it so fast. It was a little over 2,000. And then this one, I end up starting to get attacked. And I wanted to show you that you can run into the storm and die too. And nobody gets your plunder then, which I don't know. Some people say that's mean. I don't really care. If you're going to chase me down and kill me, then maybe that's not the best thing for me. You know, maybe I shouldn't reward you for doing that. So I went into the storm and died. And then you can see that this was only actually like 6 minutes. And I didn't have the daily quest, and I still got around 1,100. I just kept running so nobody can come get it. And it'll pop up with your rank. And so 1,056 is what I got in this one. So it wasn't horrible for like right around 6 minutes on the second run. So those are the runs I did on the first day. So you can get, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, it was about the same, 1,000 for 6 minutes. And that's really good. So, well, really good for compared to last year. So here are the different things you can get. You can go into the Plunderstorm and check it out. I figure after a couple days I'll have the mounts. I don't know if I'll continue with the rest of it. I do like the pet. I have all the stuff from last year, so it won't take me as much to get this year. It really depends on how frustrated I get with this event, but we'll see. Overall, though, I think it was a good first day trying this stuff out, and hopefully they keep it better than last year. So I think it was, but we'll see. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the game.